Good morning. This is Angela Thoma with Dogwood Paper Arts coming to you from the Great Pacific Northwest, Sweet Home, Oregon. Nice for you to join me today. We are working on a file folder journal and it's going great. I'm absolutely having a blast. So let's get started. I'll start my timer. I'll move this piece of paper. Oh, look at that. Bone folder. I haven't even folded any bones with it yet. But I do fold paper. Okay, so this is our journal. So far, we have a notepad that goes in here. And let's see, where did we leave off? Oh, back here. Yes. Well, you can see that I've cut some pieces for it already. And we are going to be applying those today. But first I want to work on this page. And on this page, we are going to make this piece. And in this piece, we will have 3 tags, and we'll make them so that you can write on them. Now, if you don't like this to go all the way down, we'll talk about that too. So hang with me. And then this one will go in here, but I haven't cut this pocket yet because I was waiting for you to get here. So let me put those back there so I don't cut those up. I cut this size paper many times today because I kept grabbing it and cutting it up. Now, the easiest way that I have found when you have to cut these pockets, I have a die that I can use to cut these, but my die is too big for this page, so I need to cut my own. That's why you see that I have put in some eyelets. So I'm going to give you a super simple way to do this using this. You're still going to have to cut the holes. But let's find a piece of scratch paper that will show some let's see. This is not really scratch paper. Let me find a different one. I don't want to use that one. No. That one's too thin. That one has... Oh gosh, I'm ill prepared. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm trying to think of a paper that's going to show up good. Oh, get over there. I think I have something in here that will work. Let's use this one. So this is just to show you how to do it. Okay, so let's cut this down so you get a better idea. Let me get my folio out of the way. Get those scraps. Bring this over. And we're going to... Let's put them right here by this bird, and then maybe we can use this on another project. Okay. So the reason I said bring it over here is that what I did, I'm going to leave this too long, first of all. What I did was I marked out my paper by using a scoreboard. So very lightly find your 2 line and give it a little press. Come in about 1/2 inch. Here's your 1/2 inch mark over here. Press it down and come over and leave about 1/2 of an inch. Don't score the whole paper. So we have 2, here's 4. So gently press in on the 4, and at about 1/2 of an inch, give it a good press. And stop about 1/2 inch mark from the edge. And then we'll put another one in at 6. So carefully start making your little gutter there. And then press a little firmer. And there we go. Now to get your 1/2 inch marks, find a line that is an even number, because that helps. And come down on your 1/2 inch. Gently press in, but not hard, because you don't want to leave marks on your paper. And then score at 1/2 inch. Keep coming down. Make another one at, oh, that one's the 4. We need to come back up right here. Flip this around. Flip it over, it'll be easier. Come in, let's see, find your even number, come back 1/2 of an inch, making a little line, and a little deeper right there. Right at the marks. Okay, so it's hard to see, but you can see now I have some score lines in it. They're a little hard to see, but you can see them when you're not showing them on camera. Make a little plus sign or X right there, where your 1/2 inch and your line meet. Like that. Then you're going to take your hole punch, this one has a 1/2 inch on it. Like I said yesterday, you can mark off your 1/2 inch. But if you don't have this tool and you're still hammering them in, then that's why you've marked this 1/2 inch here. Line that up on the front of your thing with the line there. Punch your holes. On both sides. Whoops, that one is off. I had stuff left in my whatchamacallit. Okay. So there we have our holes. This one is off, so it's not going to work actually, because our stuff won't be straight, but we'll make it just a little bit bigger, and now it will work. Then I flipped it over, and I can still see my line there, but if you have a hard time seeing it, you can draw it in with your pencil, because you're going to cut it off. So between those two holes, and coming just down from where that little bitty gutter is that you made with your scoreboard, you're going to take a sharp knife, and I'm using this one, and go from hole to hole. Right there. Flip your paper around, and just above that line, you're going to make another one. Now you can make these as wide or as thin as you want. So there we go. So now what we do is we put in our eyelets. And let's see, I'll put in some that I hardly ever use, which would be these silvers. No, don't do that because it won't match paper if you decide to use it. Let's go with some autumn type colors. Not that I'm going to do an autumn journal when spring is coming. And then, now you kind of have to hold this pretty still here so it doesn't get warpy on you. And then insert that little nib in there, in the, oops, oops, it's a whoops day. Whoops, she said. And then just squish it. And then do it again on this side. And then do it again for each of the holes. And this is going to give you a nice little pocket to slide things into. Now you can leave the back long like this to put something really long in, or on each of these pockets you can create your own little pocket by going to show you. Now I'm going to leave mine long on this project that I'm working on the file folder. And this is going to have to be like there to there, because it's going to have to take in these guys just a little bit. So we're going to cut this off right about there, and then wherever you made your other mark, and then you're going to take this one and you're going to glue on all four sides on this one. I think you do on all of them actually. Now you don't want to glue, goodness, somebody's here. Don't know, I can't answer the door. Put this above, up there, but don't cover this one down here.
Apparently FedEx can't read address. Oh, I thank you. No problem. I looked at it and I said, I didn't order anything. And then I was going to look at it now.
Yeah, you probably didn't want a big bag of cat litter.
Not particularly, but you know, if I was forced to take it, I guess I could.
Now, if they'd done it a couple days earlier, you got dog
Yeah, I
food,
could
so-
have used it, yeah.
Thank you.
You bet, yeah.
Neighbor got our kitty litter, huh? Okay, so there you have a nice little place to tuck something that doesn't go all the way down, so you can't lose it, and that makes it really super nice. So that's how you do each of those and make a little pocket on the back that doesn't go all the way to the bottom. But now I'm making mine so that you can actually lose stuff in them. Not that I want you to lose things in them. So let's come back here and we're going to cut this hole here. So I need to make it just on each side of that hole. And just on or below that mark. And we're going to flip it around and make another one. Hopefully it came out. Yes, it did. So there we go. Let's add our... Anyway, I just find that the scoreboard's a really simple way to do this, to get them even, so that you can go ahead and get right to cutting those holes and stuff without a lot of measuring. The scoreboard kind of does it for you. So I like that. Okay. You don't want to squeeze these so hard that these flatten out. Oh, you can't see it. But on this one, you can see it right here. I squeezed it so hard that the brad misshaped, or sorry, the eyelet misshaped, and then one of the sharp pieces kind of pokes out there. So you want to be careful of that. Okay, I just finally remembered I needed to look and make sure that you could hear me. Sometimes I forget to turn my mic on. And then, well, you know what that means. Oh, look at that. My backing is coming off of my file folder. So I'll have to re-glue that, and like I said, it's going to have something placed on the spine to hold it. These file folders, seems like the glue doesn't want to really stick to them well. Okay, so we are back over here on this page. Let me flatten this out so I can work on it a little easier. Let me flatten it out a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. That better? Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, so I feel like I need something in the back here, in the background. You don't really need it with this kind of file folder. It's preference, really. So I think it's kind of what you want it to do. But I think because this hole is interfering with this tab, I'm going to go ahead and give it a backing color. And I do have some of this left that we've been using. So I could actually use that in the background. Now, one thing I can do is make it the same size as this, or a little bit smaller. Pencil. Pencil, please. So I'm going to make it smaller. Going to cut that down. And I'll just give it a false backing type of thing. What is she talking about, you might say? Who knows? This is going to go from there to here. Cut that off. Okay. Now remember, you have curvatures here, so you'll need to cut your curves in. We're going to use the 1/2 inch on those. Oh, that is something else that I did this morning, was I cut the corners. I cut corners. Okay. So we know the tabs slide down in this way, so I'm going to bring this down pretty far. And that is going to cover those holes. And it'll probably make it easier for paper to slide in and out. Just little tips that help. Wondered why our package didn't arrive. For some reason, our FedEx or our whatever one it is not not good about reading addresses correctly. That's the way it goes, but thank goodness we have honest neighbors. Okay, push that all down. Push it around those eyelets. And on the eyelets on this side too. Sometimes it's hard to get things to lay down by eyelets. I guess my bone folder would help. That is what it's for, you know. Getting things to adhere better. Kind of hard to work around those silly little eyelets. Okay. Oh, yeah, I got it right. Okay. So now if something gets lost in there, it's going to be lost just in this section. Okay, let's go around it with our ink. Now, let's test this because I left my ink open last night. Seems to be still working. Thank you. I was worried. I forgot to do my these things. Now before you put the eyelets in, you could take a punch and make a little thumbnail punch in there. But you'd have to do it before you do the eyelets. The eyelets make it too tight. I'm just bending that just so those pop up so that I can highlight them with some ink. Okay. Even got some glitter on here. My goodness, Ange. Okay. I kind of remember this gray paper has been hard to adhere. Actually, the one nice thing about backing it like this is that you can actually put the whole thing down. And then you don't have just a loose paper that is being well used with tags. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, my glue's not working very well today. Heck, this glue is not supposed to get cold. So I'm going to be sorely disappointed if it decides to quit working. But like I said, that gray paper, I've had a hard time getting it to adhere every day that I've used it. Well, we'll see if that just falls off here pretty soon. Let's see. Let's get some under these places. A towel. Okay. Now I have some tags to put in there. They aren't prepared quite yet, but we know our short one's going to go here. Our middle one's going to go in the middle. And our tall one's going to go up here. There we go. Let's see. Let's turn them around so the yellow is showing. Then it'll show up better on the page, although they could be hidden tags, camouflage tags. And by making them certain heights, they are less likely to get lost in here. Okay, so now we are on to this page. So let me bring all this back up. Let's see. Yep. Is that right? Yeah. No. Let's get this one down there. And we're here. Here we are. We found ourselves. Yay! That's the next page. All right. This one, these close together with the tabs on top. You can tell it's starting to fatten up because my magnet's starting to show there. But they are going to be covered, so we don't really have to worry about that. Okay. Now, we have this page. And I'd kind of like to do something similar to it because we have these lines here that would make a great side pockets. And then we have some of these here that would make great tuck spots down here. So, do we want to do that? And then over here, I've made these into pockets. So we need a base paper on both of those. So do we use, whoops, I just trashed one of my pieces. Do we use something like that on them? Or should we use just a coffee dyed paper? Let's see. I think I wonder if I should take this down a little bit so it's not right on the curve. Or should it be a double slide pocket? Don't know. Let's have a drink of coffee for a second. My coffee is cooling down. But boy, it sure tastes good. So, let's see. I think we'll cover the background. We have some coffee dyed, well, I do have some papers in here that I could use that are like totally different. I don't know why I'm struggling with this piece. Angela, what are you struggling with? I think it's because I feel like it needs to be a coffee dyed paper. Find our coffee dyed paper scrap bin. Have to move a bunch of stuff. Forgive all the noise. Because. Oh, is that one? That one's kind of a nice one. That's not big enough for a coffee dyed piece to go in there. Oh, here's that one. I wondered where it went. It's in my coffee paper. Oh gosh, that one's in my coffee dyed paper too. Now there's a good one. I'm not finding what I need here. Most of these are pretty small, I think. Oh, here's one. No, wrong one, isn't it? Let's look at this one. Yeah, that might work. I think what's bugging me now is that it's going to be too hard to get things in and out of it, no matter what size they are. I think I need to make this a little bit shorter. I'm going to take it right down to there, pop that piece off, and then I'm going to recut it. Kind of center that on there. There we go. Let's ink it up. Save that. Oh, I've learned my lesson. Back to saving stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're going to cut this bottom piece just a little bit larger than this piece. Is that the one we want to use? No, let's use this. Okay, we're using this. Get that one out of the way. There, two. There. Okay. Ugh. There we go. I'm going to bring this over right about there and try and line that up somewhere close. So that I'm not slicing up big whole sheets of paper. Let's see, was it this one? Yep, it's that one. I got around my corners. I'll erase that. And we're going to ink it up all the way around, just in case it shows with the other one on top of it. And we're going to shake up our glue really good. See if that's the problem. Perhaps I'm just not getting close enough to the edges. I don't know. Okay. Carefully fit that on there. Being careful not to overlap that up, or fold, or flip, or pocket. Now, if you're working on something that's kind of getting away from you, find one of these little mini boards. And another thing that works is paint board. If you have paint boards, those work too. Do we want this side? I do kind of like that side because this one has that too, and we have it there and in the middle. Does this have it? This has words. Oh gosh. Do we go with words? Or do we pick the yellow? Let's go with the words. Let's have words with it. Oh boy. It's going to just be a little tagster pocket, isn't it? Hope I didn't put glue along that edge. If I did, I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's make this one. Now I want to do the same thing to it. I want to bring it down about the same height as the other one. So right about here. I want to clip that off because it will you'll be able to take things in and out of it better. Oops. I don't know if that's right at all now. This one. Just making a little center line so I get the right place. Whoops, should have saved that. Oh, I gotta get it in that garbage anyway because I accidentally lost a good piece of paper in there. Okay. Could use that, but that doesn't really match with that up there, does it? I'd kind of like them to match a little bit. Yeah, not that one. The yellow matches, doesn't it? That would work. Okay, we'll use that. So we'll get our side mark first, which is right here. Now we'll get our length, which is right there. And clip off the length first, because I remember where that one is. Sometimes they're hard to see in these sometimes it's hard to see where you left your mark. Okay, round your corners. 1/2 inch is what we used. See, I think you're with me already. I do appreciate you hanging out with me. It's fun. It's fun for me. I hope it's fun for you. I really, really, really love making YouTube videos. And I absolutely love crafting and doing this kind of stuff. You know, I never dreamed I would be a junk journaler or a journal maker. I mean, I always loved journals. They've been a part of my life forever, you know, because I write a lot of poetry and not so much anymore, but I've always, loved books and journals and, gosh, I've always been a crafter. I've always liked to sew. Always had, a creative brain. So, yeah. Towel. But I never dreamed that I would fall in love with doing this. But there are so many fun things you can do. I mean, like this, making all the flips and folds and stuff. It's just so awesome. How can you not love it? It's just so fun. Oh, I love that side. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we're not going that way. It is a little big up here or down here. I think we'll clip this little piece off down here because it's just slightly large, which is okay. That means you're going to have to redo your corner, 1/2 inch. But sometimes if they're too big, eventually you'll see that they start peeling up a little bit with use. And I'd rather it did not do that. I love that side. I do. Oh, isn't that nice? That is very cool. I love it. Okay. Now, let's come back to this one and make a decision. My thought is that I would make some side tucks here. So I think that's what we'll do. And then I thought we would do something similar down here like this, but maybe not. Maybe we'll just do it up here. And down here, maybe we'll just put a nice pocket of some kind. Something like that. But I do want to put those up there. So, we have some lines that are already there. They are at an angle, but that's kind of appealing to me. I don't know why, but it really is. I do wish I could jaggedy cut them, but I know I can't. But I think we'll put one here by above birch M. Machis. I know it's going to look really odd. All we can do is try it, right? Let's see. Here to where? We could go from here to there. Or should we just go from here to there? Here? Okay, I heard you say that. So right on that, right above that line, I should say, we're going to cut from here to, I think it was that line. I'm going to flip it around and cut some of that line off. And then, uh-oh, we need our other one. We need this one. Okay, so, right, not there. I need the 3/16. I'm just going to kind of line that up. There. And I need to turn it around because I'm not seeing the hole right. There. Okay. Whew. Made my heart pound. Okay, so now we have one here that slides this way. Now we have it so something big can slide in there. Let's go up to this one and put one in. So a little on this side of the dots. From there to there, I guess it was. Yep. Flip it around. And do another one. From there to there. And I'm just lining that thing up underneath as best as I can to make a hole there. Okay, so there's our next one. So now we have this one and this one. So I think we probably need one more because I like 3 of things. But I think we'll do this one, not the one right above his name. Okay, so once again, we're cutting from this little, what I call a musical line, but it's not, to there. Flip it around. From there to there. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. I like it. I do. Now, you could go ahead and put your piece of paper on the back now and then punch through it. Then your punches won't show there at all. So let's do that this time. Let's just try something a little different. I'm looking for a piece of scrap paper. This might be it. Oh, look at that. It almost fits perfect. So we're going to go from there to here. I'm going to give it a little more room on each side of that. Of the brads, or not brads. What do you call these things? Eyelets. I always get them mixed up with brads. Oops, it's a little too high, but I think it'll be fine. Okay. Kind of looks like there's secret words hidden back there, doesn't it? Okay. So we're just going to glue that down on here around the edge. Around the edges. Yeah, let's put the words on that side. Top, all four sides. Then we'll have to come back and hole punch it again so that this way our words are all going in the same direction. I mean, is that what I mean? No, so we have holes in it. I was trying to figure out how to get my words to go in the correct direction, in case they show through. Okay. There we go. There. Now those holes, we have to punch those again. It should be easier this time because that should just fit down in there. And you should be able to line up that little punch in the right place. There we go. Very cool. Okay, we are ready to put in some eyelets. Now you could do brads if you wanted to do brads. Would you like to do brads this time? I have brads. Do we want any fancy brads on it? I don't think so. I'd like to, but I don't think so. Well, no fancy brads, Ange. That's an eyelet. Where's my brads? Brads. Oh, there they are. Do not drop the brads on the floor. Yeah, we could do brads on this one, I think. I think they'll fit. Oh, Ange, your mind is going like crazy now. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to use some of those. Not color. That color. Better get out a couple of them. There's one. There's one. Excuse my head. Just gonna get out that many. We're going to take a look. Doesn't mean we're going to use them. But when I see these, I see something hanging from them. Let's have a peek. If we put them down here on the bottom. Now, we don't have a lot of room in our journal. That is one thing to note. when it comes to adding a bunch of stuff is that we really don't have the space to put in a bunch of stuff. But what a great place to hang a couple of tags or something. I think we'll do it, but here's the deal. Well, we only have 40 seconds. Well, when we come back to our video tomorrow, we'll make some hanging tags. How's that sound? So we've gotten this far. Let's see what it would look like in the journal. Oh yeah, this is cool. I like it. It won't make that noise when this is glued down. Yeah, we're going to make some hanging tags for this. I think that will be very cool. And these tags can tuck into this pocket we put in here. Okay? Alrighty, I'm going to let you go for today. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I hope that you've had fun and gotten something out of this. Let me stop my timer. I hope you've had fun, and I really do hope you've gotten something out of it. So tomorrow we'll come back. We'll be ready to put some hanging notes or something on here, and they'll tuck into a pocket so they won't be getting in the way of everything. The only thing is these might get in the way, but we'll see. I mean, if they do tomorrow, we'll change our mind. Okay? All right, thanks for joining me. I hope you guys all have a great Saturday the 15th. I know in Oregon it is sunny right now, but I'll bet rain's on the way. And that's it for today. Bye!